Hello, I'm Elio, and today I'll talk about this NMN, or nicotinamide mononucleotide. What is it? Let's see. It's basically a white powder. With this white powder comes a spoon that measures exactly half a gram of NMN. After we've discussed what NMN is, I'll go a bit into the science about NMN. Is it safe? What are the supposed benefits of NMN? And I'll also describe my personal experience with NMN, as I've used it for quite a long time, I think about a year now. So let's take some NMN. What is NMN exactly and what does it do? It's a molecule and it will create NAD+. NAD+ is the most abundant molecule in your body besides water. And NAD+ is important for maintaining cellular energy, insulin secretion, so allowing all cells of the body to take up any glucose from the blood, and it's involved in DNA repair. So if your body makes NAD+ naturally, why would you take NMN to increase your NAD+? This is because NAD+ declines naturally with age. As people get older, they will produce less and less NAD+. And since NAD+ is involved with producing energy in cells, decreased levels of it will result in less energy. NAD+ has been shown to increase the lifespan of various animals, namely yeasts, worms and mice. But how does it do so? Well, NAD+, when released into the body, activates sirtuins. And the decrease in sirtuins is associated with various diseases in humans. So, as your NAD+ decreases, also your sirtuins will decrease. Another study that looked into mice showed that these mice produced NAD+ in increased levels after they fasted for a prolonged period of time. So that's interesting, since we can also do some fasts. We can fast for 16 hours of the day, or maybe even multiple days, to increase NAD+ levels naturally, and thereby also increase the sirtuins. Not only do higher levels of NAD+ increase lifespan in various animals, improve energy, and prevent diseases through the release of sirtuins, it also improves heart function. After taking NMN, both people's artery health and blood flow improved. Next to that, NMN can improve neurodegeneration and memory. Something else that's relevant to everybody, but especially to people with diabetes, is that NMN raises insulin sensitivity. Therefore, you require less insulin for sugar to be taken out of the bloodstream into the cell. And this is very important for anybody, but especially people with diabetes, because it allows your blood sugar levels in your blood to stay stable instead of fluctuating all the time. Another study looked at old people taking NMN, and they specifically looked at their muscle strength. The study found that elderly people taking NMN were able to rise more quickly from their chair, so just stand up basically. They improved their grip strength and they improved walking speed. So now onto the dosages. How much NMN should you take? It all depends on your weight and age. If you're young, so under 50 years old, and you're light, you can take up to 500 milligrams a day. And if you're either heavy or old, so you're heavier than 90 kilograms or older than 50 years old, then you can take about 750 milligrams. And if you are old and heavy, you can take 1 gram of NMN per day. And this is according to nmn.com, which is a website that has a lot of different information about NMN and hosts all the latest articles on NMN, so it's definitely worth to check it out. I personally take about 400 to 500 milligrams of NMN per day, as I'm still young and quite light. I'm only 21 years old. What I've noticed when taking NMN is that initially, the first few days taking NMN after not having taken it, is that I have way higher energy levels. After that, I still have high energy, but I don't really notice a difference anymore. Perhaps that's because there's no contrast to it anymore, it's just stable. And perhaps it's because the effect kind of wears out over time. Anyway, I haven't experienced any negative effects taking NMN, and I have cycled it quite a few times, so I've taken it for a few months here, and then 1 month no NMN, etc. One thing I do definitely recommend is to not take NMN in the evening, because it increases your energy, and you don't really want to have high energy when you're going to sleep. You want it in the morning. So I always take NMN in the morning together with my other supplements. That's all about NMN. If you have any other questions, or want to know more about NMN, just post a question in the comments or go to nmn.com to look for the latest research. That's all. I hope you learned something, and until next time.